dollars when that rain came. To lose it all, I stood tall and remained sane.
What's going on? What's going
Nacho,
on? It's your boy.
That dog went so hard.
Mike the model in the family. I get it now. He act like ain't no wind blowing in Illinois. That nigga squinted his eyes when he got out the car.
Yo, he came on spiraling, bro. Hey, welcome back to another episode. This episode 9
Marcus,
of
you ain't shot that good in a
Upstanding
while.
Gentlemen.
Hey, yo, Marcus.
That form was on point.
Shut up, Marcus.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Welcome to the episode of Upstanding Gentlemen, man. This is episode 9. I got seven Upstanding Gentlemen. I got Ronzel. I got my boy Shaughnessy. I got Brian Brown in the building. I got Mojo 2 times. Mike Simpson. Got the bus driver. And I got Marcus in the building. And we're going to discuss a couple topics. Please, y'all, share this video. Keep us in the algorithm. Comment, like, do what you got to do. We're going to kick it off early. So yesterday, the Lakers signed Deandre Ayton to a 2-year deal with the Lakers. And obviously, y'all, we've been needing a big. Obviously, what was going on with, he was averaging 14 and 10, shooting 50% from the field. Does this make the Lakers better adding Deandre Ayton?
It's 50-50 for me because DeAndre Ayton's so soft and he want to be a scorer. I just need you to be an 18 and 12 guy every night. Put pressure on the rim and contest everything. But that's not what he think he coming to La La Land for. That's what's fucked up with everybody going to La La Land. Everybody ain't the La La mascots. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, I don't know. It's 50-50 for me. I got to see how he going. I don't know.
Okay.
Wait,
Pete, what you got?
Big Marcus, what you think he coming here for? What you think he going to LA for, Big Marcus?
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm confused. I don't know if this guy wants to win or if he wants to prove a personal point of like, when I was playing with Luca, you know what I mean?
But that's the beauty. But that's the beauty and the greatness of LeBron James, because you gonna get in line with LeBron.
But
Yeah.
you know what though, Marcus? As a diehard LeBron fan, this ain't my boy era no more.
Yeah, but
The white
he's
boy
still
got the keys.
he's still right. But he's still the leader of that team. And the thing about it, Luca with
I agree with that.
DeAndre Ayton. So first of all, I do think it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade. He can't be no worse than Jackson Hayes. For his career,
Jackson Hayes was that bad. You gotta
but for
let
his
somebody
career,
play to be bad.
and they DeAndre Ayton is a 16 and 10 guy for his career.
I'm gonna
DeAndre
ask
Ayton,
you this question: as guys that coached on here, how long do you watch a 7'2" guy that cannot score? We gonna let him have his career numbers on us in playoffs before we play our 7-footer?
No, but he's gonna get. Look, just think how many easy baskets he's gonna get rolling, or being there, getting lobs from LeBron, getting lobs from Luca. The thing that I'm worried about with DeAndre Ayton is not the offense, because he gonna score buckets. It's the defense. The
I'm
defense,
absolutely.
and can you
How
get
much
the
pressure he gonna put on the rim?
yeah? But can you get the rebound when we get a stop? Can you get the rebound to give us the possession to go the other way? That's what I'm worried about with him. It's not going to be the scoring. He's not going to be in the way. He can step out and make a 15-foot jumper. Jackson Hayes couldn't do that. Like, he's definitely going to be an upgrade. Now, does they take the Lakers to the next level? That's yet to be seen, because a lot of it with them is defense. So now you got him, Luca, and Austin Reeves out there at the same time. That's not a lot of defense.
We gotta find somebody to take pressure off Austin Reeves. That's why he wasn't that good in the playoffs. He exerting all his fucking energy. Look who he guarding, gang. You
And he
know what I
got
mean?
one of the best players on the floor.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and he's still giving us 20, but he crying out for help. Luca can't guard.
Yeah, Luka.
Me being a Reeves guy, I'm thinking this year this is just me. If I'm the coach, I got to think about bringing Reeves or Rui off the bench. You need something
Rui
off the
gone,
bench,
bro.
No, I wouldn't be mad at that. But my thing is, bro, we really don't have nothing off that bench, bro. When Bron and Luca, Luca got to exert so much energy with the 4 guys on the floor, bro, that it brings nothing, because now he ain't playing defense and he tired on the offensive side of the ball. At this point, bro, Rui and Reeves got to accept it. Now I understand Reeves want more money, so that he probably won't do it. But it's like, bro, I don't know. At this point, I'm a Reeves guy, but can he be a starting shooting guard on a team that'll get far? Ronzel, what you got?
I'm still not sold on Reeves being a number
2, maybe a number 3, but I like him off the bench. I like that idea better than him starting. I think DeAndre is going to be another LA scapegoat. I think if things going to go right, he's going to be the scapegoat, just like Westbrook and them guys that they bring in. And I'm I'm a big LA fan, but I just think Ayton, I like him as a lob threat at the basket. That's a better lob threat for Luka and Brian getting downhill, obviously. But I just feel like if things don't go right away, he's gonna be the scapegoat.
Brian, what you think?
I think Deaton is a championship level center. He could be a center on a championship level team. I mean, he went with the Suns, and that team was, huh?
No, go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
No, I was saying he was. They made it to the to the finals. They was up 2-0 on the Bucks in the finals, and as him as a starting
That's a
center.
great
So,
point. That's a great point.
and that how that series went. That was a good series, but Giannis. I'm gonna take Giannis over Aiden all day, but I think he can be it.
What
Now they need
what was
some.
the deal with him and Chris Paul? Did that ever come out? What was the problem over there in Phoenix?
Not that I know of.
No, it probably, and just from the stuff they saying about Portland, let him go. It probably was just lazy, and then you got an attitude. And
I can see that.
I don't think he's
He want to
lazy.
score. That's why he want to score.
It's his mindset. This guy wants to be the guy. He's the number 1 pick.
Yeah, he was.
So in his head,
we gotta be hearing different reports.
He think he ain't got to play no role.
So
I heard the Portland coaches I heard they bigged him up.
So this is my point though. If I'm a head case, if I'm a bad locker room guy, if I'm lazy, if I'm late to things, if I get traded, with teammates be in the comment section saying, "Man, my brother, I'm gonna miss you, big dog." Like, would that be a thing? If the team rock with me, like my teammates, my peers,
right,
they rock with me. You get what I'm saying? Like I want y'all to go to Aiden's Instagram post. I went to go check it out just to see if he got like 3 or 4 teammates in there saying, my brother, we're gonna miss you. Hearts. It's like maybe that's just a narrative that's trying to be pushed out there. I understand.
And see, that's what's fucked up with the NBA. It went on with Russell Westbrook.
They doing the same thing they doing to Luka.
True. But they didn't even trade him. They released him.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like it'd have been different if they traded and they got something for him. It's like you gotta kind of think, because sometimes, bro, like you may have a shaky relationship with the coaches, but not with your team. You may be good with the team, but the coaches don't really fuck with you.
Yeah, I mean, Carmelo spoke on that.
Especially you had a young team, these young boys. Ain't nobody tripping on you coming late to no meeting.
Yeah.
Who the leader? Who's the leader over there at the Trailblazers?
But
so it could have been both.
Right.
The teammates mess with him, but it's like, hey, bro, because the thing about it, like with Chris Paul done had shaky relationships with a lot of guys. Him and Blake Griffin didn't get along.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So so you can say some is that, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you was on a team where y'all went to the finals and you was unhappy because you wanted more.
But that's that's what I mean by the mindset though. Like everybody, you can be as good as the fuck you want to be. When you get to the NBA, how many guys have we seen get humbled? They just regular again.
So when we talk about what is he trying to do? Like I really ain't been watching. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been watching no Aiden.
I can't stand his ass. I ain't gonna lie.
I've been an advocate of like not getting him. I understand we needed him, so I'm not gonna be ungrateful. I think he's a really good pick and pop guy. He can finish midi. Yeah, he want to shoot the midi rather than bang. I mean, he's a way better finisher than Jackson Hayes.
That's what we need.
But look though, somebody just put I think Reg might have put it in the chat. The little interview that
No, that was Keith. So
come on, JJ Redick.
Yeah. He said he takes advantage of mismatches, and we do mismatches.
Okay, that's
one thing LA do. We gonna put you in some. Hey, who ain't? Come on, let's get that pick and roll rolling.
Yeah.
Bro,
before we get too far, I want to get to Shaunis though, because he didn't get to speak on if Deandre Ayton will help the Lakers in this new upcoming season. What you thinking?
I just wanted to say this. I think about so I'm the guy who didn't ball, right? I didn't ball, I didn't coach, right? So I think about it from the human aspect of it all, right? He started high school San Diego, ended up going to high school in Phoenix. Then he goes to college out there. Then he goes to the pro team out there. He might have just been exhausted at Phoenix, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I ain't never looked at it like that. You right.
So you got to think about that. And then he goes to the Blake. He ain't want to go to fucking Portland. Let's just be real, bro. He is coming to LA. So if you don't think, to Brian's point, that LeBron James is going to pull the number one, LeBron and Luka are going to pull the number one draft pick out that man, I think you're crazy, bro. I think you're selling them short and you buying into the narrative everybody else is selling.
But see, the only thing I'm gonna say about Bron,
though, it's the defense. Luka,
yeah,
and him out there, and Reeves, like
it's
you said, Rudy Gobert.
We already giving up so much for Luka to play.
Because when I think like what kind of got me worried is, remember a couple years ago when he matched up against the Joker in the playoffs,
exposed,
and he had them plays where it was like, man, you just like wouldn't even give an effort.
But Marcus, we gotta stop comparing people.
You gonna say it's the Joker?
To them guys.
That's who we gotta play
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about where you had plays where
because ain't nobody in the world got a shot.
No, it's a
y'all
clip
share
out
this video.
there.
Share this video. Y'all right now.
It's a clip out there right now where he went for a block and didn't get it. The Joker is up at block, and you stand out of bounds watching LeBron battle with Joker up on his basket.
He don't got that second. He don't got that.
That's the mentality, though.
Yeah, and it's like it's.
And I just feel like Bron. This the only thing I do hate about Bron.
I'm not LeBron, but
when you this great, everything's get put on you. So I mean, Bron, 40 years old, bro. He probably looking at Ayton like, shorty, you don't want to come in,
and that's
how old is Ayton?
And that's another problem.
24, 25.
That's another problem with the Lakers.
He was the number one draft pick in the same
you
draft.
You gotta want this shit, man.
You gotta want this shit, man. You gotta want this shit.
I just think LA.
Mike right now.
Luka Doncic,
they put you on the Lakers right now.
LeBron James, I think he's gonna change his game, bro.
I'm diving for loose balls.
I think he's gonna get amazing. Lakers is 6.
Everybody cool when they get to LA. I don't know if it's
hard. I ain't gonna lie. I'm playing hard as shit. Hey, making shots ain't always, a thing. But I'm play hard as shit. Go ahead.
But that's another problem. That's another problem with the Lakers. With LeBron being 40, you can't ask him to play too hard on both ends. Like
that's all I'm saying.
I don't want him to.
Right. So, but that's the problem. So if you got LeBron out there and you got Luke out there, that's two not great defenders. And if Bron give you
hold the rope,
if he can give you 100% at any point, that's gonna take a lot away on defense on the other end. So then if you got him, Luka, it's hard. Like they really have to change their personnel, and that's kind of
because they so sold on Luka, they don't want to hold him accountable. Your ass need to lose weight and start playing defense.
He finna lock in MVP.
It ain't even that they don't want to hold him accountable.
Mike got him. Mike got him on the MVP wave. Let me read some of the comments real quick. My boy Eddie said that shit's sad, man. Lakers need Wiggins. Reeves is number 3. Reeves is the number 3, maybe even 4. Tyrell Greer said, I agree. It's the mindset. My boy Marquise Thomas said the Suns is a good locker. Suns said he's a good locker room guy and mentor. I don't think the mindset would be the problem on the Lakers. I think Ayton can help the Lakers. They finally got some depth at the center. Dog water on defense. Real ones in the building. Shout out to Pops.
Shout out to Pops, man.
He don't got that hunger in him. 3 and D, I do it. Carson, what's up, my boy? Eddie, if he could be half decent on defensive end, it'll be tremendously. It'll help tremendously. What you were saying, Quarter? You're talking about the having the 2 big 7-footers out there.
Yeah, man. I just think so. That stretch that they went when AD went out. Remember the stretch before Luka got there?
Yeah, and they was playing. Everybody was fine.
Bro. Everybody was holding the rope. I think Luka disturbed what we had, bro.
But we're trying to look. This is my point. This is my point with Luka, right? Like one thing I'm always saying about Luka is when he played Dallas, do y'all see how hard he plays? Do y'all see the fact? Do y'all see I'm sitting down on defense? Anthony Davis posting me up. I'm gonna make it my mission for him not to score. If he does, he's better. He's a better off, whatever. But I'm trying. It's effort. Right. He don't do that every night. That's what bothers me. Go ahead.
You see, and Aaron, it's a mentality. I don't think Luka ever had to play basketball and be held accountable. He's so good.
Who has he played with to the like? Because Bron, I don't care what nobody say. You come on Bron team, fall in line. How good?
That's what I'm saying.
I am the NBA.
And
And
do
he
you
had just got off the
think
knee.
in the finals last year, I think Brown was mad because he like this motherfucker getting blue pass every time.
But
What the
my
fuck?
only problem with that is though, he mad because his ass getting blown by too.
Right.
Like when he went, bro. To your point, Sean, when we had that stretch where AD went down, Brown was the first one getting blown by, so everybody else can rotate. Now when he the last one that has to rotate, Brown ain't doing that at 40. He not making that last bit of I need to cross the line.
So that's why with P, when he made that face early on, that's why I said Rui and Reeves got to go to the bench. They both got to.
Yeah.
Who we need to go
both got to.
We need to get Andrew Wiggins for that defense.
Nobody talks about.
I'm not giving up Dalton Connect.
No, you don't want to start. You don't want to talk Cleaver because then you will have. I know, but what I'm saying is you will have Aiden and Cleaver though. That's just too big. They two drop coverage guys. Like they got up on Ball Street.
You did hear what I said earlier. They just signed Jackson Hayes to a 1-year contract.
Yeah, they signed Jackson Hayes back. Lakers signed Jackson Hayes back. So
that's why I couldn't understand. That's why I couldn't understand why they lowball Dorian Finney-Smith. He's a 3-and-D guy. This is somebody you need.
I like the kid they got from Sacramento though, man. I like him, bro. And
I like
how many of those we need on the team?
He said Sabonis.
And that's Reeves, boy. You might unlock something right there, bro.
They're gonna be dribbling. We got Luka and Brown that dribble. We need guys that
Catch and shoot.
Right. Yeah,
you can't be coming in the game talking about some
shots.
He'll catch and shoot.
Brown and Luka we ain't gonna have them on the wing catching and shooting. Right. Once they give it up, it needs to be going in the rim, or we shooting like it can't be sticking and swinging it back. And brother,
you're absolutely right.
I don't like
my boy Beasley in the building. Beasley in the building. I'm glad they did. P. Go ahead.
And the other thing is they can't with Brian and Luka. They can't play one way the whole regular season and then think they're gonna lock it in on defense in the playoffs. You can't do that. I'm gonna reserve myself. You can't do that. Yep. Them is first round and second round exits when you start doing that.
What that white boy do that's gonna keep him on the court? He got to make shots. Got to be a the floor. Also, too. I mean, I don't know. It's not hard to be a pest on defense, especially off ball. Like
he's talking about Jake.
He's talking about the new kid.
He's talking about the new guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we keep it Dog Connect. Dog Connect need to be the J.R. Smith that we had with Brian, bro. He need to be. Don't tell him. Don't talk to him. When he catches, shoot it. Don't talk to him.
Let him do his thing.
We need some of those, bro. Yeah. We need some of those. We got two people that hold the ball for damn near 14 seconds, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a dude that's rolling, crying if you don't. Because I don't care what y'all say.
Them boys is about to have their first offseason together too. They're about to have their first training camp together too, bro. You got to think about that. Fam just got
what happened during the season where JJ Redick fell off Dalton Connect?
When they were
about to trade him.
Because Buddy probably, I ain't gonna lie to you. We all talking this, he getting paid shit. He probably couldn't shake it. Y'all just trying to get rid of it.
Being a young, a rookie, probably.
And I know
confidence.
No disrespect. I know I'm better than nephew.
Yeah.
And he a young dude. He looking like, bro, I ain't finna be playing with y'all.
Jacob Shooter spread the floor. No, man. I mean, it's going like I said, just to end off on this topic, man. Ayton, just to y'all point, he gotta want it. You was a past overall #1 pick. You got something to prove. You went to the finals. You showed that you can be this solid player. You win the bright lights. Now it's time to show up. At the end of the day, this gonna be one of your last biggest contracts that you can get if you don't show up. So at the end of the day, you gotta do what you're gonna do. So switching gears, man. This subject kind of hit hard for me because at the end of the day, the NBA is a business. So they don't really care about feelings. But the Milwaukee Bucks waived Damian Lillard. Whether it was fair or not, it happened. But they did that so they can open up room to bring in Miles Turner. So my first question is: was it fair to Dame? Somebody music in the background. So my first question was it fair to Dame? And does bringing in Miles Turner help them get to a contention where they can compete for a playoff spot, a final spot?
The Dame got exactly what his ass deserved. He been overrated his whole goddamn career. Shooting that motherfucker, don't get me wrong, he shooting at a high clip, but there's no way Dame goes in the top 75 and Tracy McGrady ain't in there.
I say
Howard
that.
ain't there.
I say that part. But you ain't
You
gonna
get
say
what
my
I'm
boy
saying? I'm
overrated.
not taking nothing away from Dame. I think he was a bad motherfucker. But to be top 75, they waived your ass because they see what I see. You regular as hell.
My boy B said he gonna be solid for y'all, but y'all need more. He also said y'all need more. That's a play on words right there, my boy. I think Dame got a blessing. I've had seen rumors about the Warriors reached out and the Lakers reached out. He from Oakland, so I don't know if you want to go to Golden State, two small point guards, but go ahead, P.
So I heard a couple things about Dame. One, I heard that he was contemplating retirement because of his injury.
Yep.
And then I also heard that the Bucks was unhappy at the fact that he went back to Portland. You back in Portland, rehabbing your injury instead of staying in Milwaukee close to the team doctors and basically rehabbing with the team doctors and letting them monitor your situation.
Hey, Dame always been the number one option. He don't even know how to be number two to Giannis.
But it's a tough thing because it's like Giannis ain't the easiest to play with all the time. And when you go somebody like Dame, when you're already a 10-year veteran, 10-year plus, and you've been playing a certain way, now you're going with a guy where it's like, hey, I got to kind of stand on the wing, or we got to try to find our methods.
It should be easy, Marcus.
Nah, but a lot of that, but a lot of that,
throw that bitch to me.
they was putting up the numbers. I feel like with their team to get Dame and all the stuff they did, they had to gut too much of it to be that way. And then what really hurt them is Chris Middleton not being healthy. If Middleton would have been healthy, because the thing about it is like, hey, Dame and Giannis got to be playing. They either got to play with each other, or if you splitting them, then it's like you got Dame out there with 4 bench players, or maybe just Brook Lopez. Like they don't have enough. Like if Chris Middleton was healthy, they would have been good. But it was like he wasn't healthy, and then now you got one of your third best players, either Bobby Portis or what's the boy Gary Trent. That ain't good enough. That's not good enough.
All right. Yeah,
Let me say
I agree,
this.
Marcus.
My hue is green. I know y'all can barely see it, but it's green. Y'all want to know why?
Why?
Like Marcus said. What did you say first, Marcus? He got what? What he deserved, right?
Oh, Mojo. We're going Mojo. Okay.
My bad, Mojo.
Yeah.
He got what he deserved, right?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, for the next 5 years of his life, he's going to get $22 million deposited into his bank account, no matter what he do. He could be a rapper. He could go and shut up Marcus. He could come coach with Zell. He could get on one of my songs, maybe, right? I think this is the best thing that could have happened for him in his life, bro.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, it's time to let it go, Dame. You got blood clots too.
No, we talking about Dame. We can all agree Dame wants to be one of those guys.
Oh, no, he's coming back.
So
mentality. He got that mentality.
I ain't even talking about the finances. You think Dame need that little 20? I'm pretty sure.
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. Do you know how relaxed, as a human being, how relaxed he is, bro?
I feel like he's
been rich after
It
the
don't
second
matter,
year.
though, bro. You gotta
he got
understand, no matter what he does, if he goes and signs with Golden State for 55 cents a game, or if he goes to Brooklyn for another $27 million a year, no matter what, that 22 a year is in the bag, bro. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Especially rehabbing the injury that he's rehabbing, bro. To be completely mental space is a big thing, bro.
Well, yeah, he got options now, but I like what Marcus said. When these teams be making these super teams and these trades for Luka and Lillard and guys like that, and you gut your team in the playoffs, you only going as far as your third best player. Every team, you only going as far as your third best player. If you ain't got a number 3 that's cold, you not winning.
That's
the championship. You gonna get beat. Every team that had 2 cold players, they did just enough. Even when Chris Paul and Blake and when Phoenix went,
Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
And Devin, that's all they had. They didn't have no number 3.
Yeah, and
it wasn't gonna happen.
And if you go look at that finals, if you go look at that finals, You had the Bucks won the championship. You had Giannis average 35, 13, and 5. Chris Middleton averaged 24, 6, and 5. But then the third best player, Drew Holiday, averaged 16, 6, and 9 assists.
Was Ayton on that team?
Yeah, he was.
Aiden was on that team. Aiden was considered their third best.
What he gonna do?
That was supposed to be the step up dude.
He can't do that with Giannis now. What he gonna do?
Mike, where you at?
Different, bro.
You know, Giannis had 50 that last
Oh, that's
game.
a
Giannis had
virtual
50
world.
that last game.
Different.
Virtual world. Hey, Brian, what you got? He just pissed me off.
I was saying in that finals game, Giannis had 50 on Aiden.
Come
so that's
on.
why I say I already know he can't do nothing on defense. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But for Dame,
Yeah.
this is the best situation for him, I think, because I don't think he wanted to be in Milwaukee in the first place. I don't
Nah,
think
he
he liked
come
that
to
trade.
LA
He
and
didn't.
sit
He
knock
didn't.
on all day long.
But
he was trying to
hey,
go somewhere else.
but hold on though. I want y'all to forget my second question. We're gonna start back with Brian. Do y'all think them getting Miles Turner put them over the top to be in a contention for a championship?
Hell.
No, I'm gonna start off with saying no, not at all.
I
I don't think Miles Turner lead. I don't think he moved the needle at all. In my
At all.
opinion.
The only reason I say that
Especially after this
because they
finals.
found somebody to
He
give
didn't-
Giannis a good break. When Giannis
Oh, I
gets
mean, you give
subbed
him a
out,
break.
they at least got somebody that can protect the rim.
What does he do better? How much
Mike
significantly
Blue
better
me,
is he
bro.
than Brook Lopez?
They the
They do
same.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Nah,
saying.
yeah,
That
you
bigs
right.
that
You
shoot
right.
threes,
You right.
that don't
you right.
rebound, that can block a shot or two, but he not no.
Yeah, he
no
ain't.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing I can say he's better than Brook Lopez is that he's probably a better shot blocker. But other than that, it's like
He
You know what
don't
I
be
mean?
on the glass like how
Please, everybody on here. Please, everybody on here. Like, comment, share.
Miles
It
Turner has
only
never
take
even
y'all 1 second to share. Y'all share this video. Go ahead, P.
Miles Turner has never been a double-digit rebounder. Has he? You should check that out. Yeah, check that out. I doubt it.
Let me know, Sean.
maybe
This
his
is Miles
highest is
Turner.
9. His highest
Maybe
probably is
Young
9.
Miles.
Young Miles.
Young Miles might have had 10.
Maybe.
He was a
you know what
block
I'm
leader
saying?
though.
He was a block leader early in his career.
No, he's never averaged more than 8. He's never averaged eight rebounds. The most he's ever averaged in a season was 7.5 3 years ago.
Oh, this is 8.4. 8.4 against 2002, 2023.
No.
And in the finals, he didn't do anything impressive in the finals. If you ask me, I think he might be the reason why they lost.
Yeah, and he had games. What did he do in the elimination game? Game
He had
7.
like 5 points.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I ain't a fan.
Let me read some of these though. Beasley said, I think Dame got a blessing. Got his bread and can get more bread as a free agent. Fairest thing they could have did for Dame was let him pick where he want to go. They need to get Drew Holiday back. My boy Eddie say nope. Turner just younger Lopez laughing but serious.
Yeah,
he disappeared in the finals.
Definitely did.
Turner a younger Lopez brother is what he meant.
Man.
But I don't, to your point, I don't think this move take them over the top. I think they still gonna be a top 4 team in the East. It's wide open. So outside of that, I don't see nothing happening for the Bucks. We gonna see. I just wasn't a fan on how they let Dame go. Like I said, they could. I understand for them to let him go, they was able to get Miles, but we treat the stars anyway. Which when we making people do what they want to do, now we upset about that. So we got to be mindful about that as too. It's gonna help that he's not the primary big. It's also what they said about Giannis.
And he did have.
I don't think they're top 14.
What Miles Turner?
He averaged 2020 was 15 and 10.
Nah, bro.
Well, not in the playoffs.
I'm about to say, I'm looking at it right now. He 7.5 was the most he ever averaged for a season.
So Brian, you said you don't think they're a top 14 in the East right now.
I don't think. I think Atlanta got a better roster. They're gonna be back with trade. We're gonna
talk about that later. But go ahead.
Yeah, they got all those 3-and-D guys. I'm going Atlanta. I like what Toronto is doing. I like the Magic.
Oh, Magic.
And I like the Knicks. I like the Knicks. Knicks just got a new head coach.
And I know you like the Pistons.
I was gonna say the Pistons. I heard the Pistons.
Yeah, Detroit. I think all those teams are better than the Bucks.
My boy Marquise, a Knicks tape fan, he said the Knicks got Jordan Clarkson and Mike Brown, like Mark Brown playing. But he said, he put it in there like Mike Brown put a jersey on. I might put Orlando over the Bucks. Not currently a top 4 team. Hey, I agree with you, bro. Shout out to my boy Shannon Harper.
You say Cleveland?
Oh yeah, Cleveland. How about Cleveland?
Cleveland too.
Cleveland.
Cleveland too.
Dang, so the Bucks.
I forgot about Cleveland.
They might.
The Cleveland they disappointed me in the playoffs. I can't trust them.
Bro, they need one.
I knew they would be.
That's another story.
You said they need one more. Yeah, they need a small forward. They should have went after KD.
That's exactly. Yeah, because I'm not finna watch my boy hoist up shots all game, and I ain't finna watch Darius Garland dribble all day. I'm sorry.
Nah,
shout out my boy Shannon. I gotta get Shannon on the pod one of these days. No, it's lit. Anybody else got anything to say about this? So nobody believe in Miles Turner. No, nobody believe in Miles Turner. This is just gonna be one of them. So what if so P? What if this year he averaged 15 to 10? What we gonna come back and say?
That's not moving the needle. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna. That's not moving the needle because they don't have. If you looked at their roster, bro, they.
Cavs did get so good, big.
Their roster is bad.
Good for a big man. I feel you. Time for Giannis to go.
Definitely time for Giannis.
Love, bro, for sure. Cleveland need Dame. So where do y'all see Giannis being at on this market? Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna take fuck that. I'm on bull crap. I want to see him next to Wemby because Wemby don't need to drive the rim. I can shoot that. I can do step backs. You can have the rim. I can space the floor, and I can guard the 5 or the 3 or the 4.
But see what the only problem with that is
the ball, not too much ball.
The asking price. No, the asking price for Giannis is going to be steep for the Spurs, and then the Spurs is going to end up like partially gutting a future for Giannis. And then it's like it's not guaranteed that y'all gonna win a ring this way. And then it's like now we got a roster that's built to contend for the next 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I wouldn't like that there because they got too many assets. They got too many assets for the future, and they can win now. They can be a pretty good team right now. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't guarantee like a championship. If they go get Giannis, they gonna probably more likely you giving up Castle.
Yeah, you
giving up. You're probably gonna give up either Fox or Dylan Harper that they just drafted. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like
action price. But how old is Giannis though? What 30?
30.
30. P. That's a good 8 years with him.
No, that's not everybody. No, because Giannis is not.
He's aggressive.
No, not Giannis is kind of like. As much as I like Giannis, he's kind of like Westbrook. I don't know how good you're gonna be when that athleticism starts slowing down like that. When you can't run and jump faster and stronger than everybody, where it's like you slowing down, that because the skill ain't there. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between
him and Joker.
I hate to keep saying it, but that's the difference between like LeBron and everybody else. The skill is there with LeBron, so I don't have to be athletic all the time. Giannis has to be athletic all the time.
But I was asking y'all to get a jump shot. Y'all said I was asking too much.
So Ken Hasty, I'm assuming you're a Bucks fan. My boy Ken Hasty said, "How come no one asked Steph to go to another team?"
Because Steph got 4 rings. Because Steph got 4 rings.
I ain't dropping
more else to prove.
I ain't dropping my mic, but mic drop.
That's why. Because Giannis still, and I'm never gonna say what Stephen A. Smith said, like he's an underachiever, because I don't believe that. But Giannis still has more to prove. Giannis can put himself in the some of the greatest of all time conversations with more championships. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, he's a great player. He's a really great player. But I'm talking about his legacy is still, you know what I'm saying, can still be determined. Steph, his legacy is cemented already.
Cemented.
I think Giannis should go to Miami.
He's not playing in no more Olympic games, bro. He just played the greatest he'll ever play in the Olympics. He's not doing it again. So let's not even.
Yeah,
nah.
We're gonna see how that unfolds. We don't know. So far, none of us is biting on this Milwaukee Bucks trade. I mean, sign the trade. So whatever, man. So moving on. This is another topic for me. I'm not gonna lie, and probably P and Mike, because I know we game heads. So EA Sports, it's talking about bringing back March Madness. Let's run it back. College hoops, man. If y'all know. This game here, bro, is special. If they ain't slapping the floor, don't bring it back.
Was that the live joint?
Yeah, it was live. It was live. 2K was solid. 2K was they allowed you to get layup line. 2K allows you to be layup line.
wiggle though. You can really wiggle with the ball, if I'm mistaken.
If they not slapping the floor, and if the crowd ain't over me, hey, I don't want it. So I'm telling you this, man. EA Sports is bringing back college basketball game, man. How we feeling about that?
I take it as gonna be their actual names now.
Yeah, because so I was just in my group chat. with my old DePaul college coaches and players, and I said if this shit was out when I was here, I'm shooting air ball. Like y'all with me. Y'all need to go ahead, run back, figure it out. Because hey, I'm gonna try to tell coach, look, this what works. Put Billy ass over there, like the stats right here. So no, I had a fun time with that though. But I think that's gonna be dope, man. Being able to play college sports again, I think it's gonna bring real basketball back. And all you need is a good streak and a good my career. You're good to go. 4 years is lit.
I think more kids are probably tuned. I mean, I don't know how many people watching college now. I'm pretty sure it's still up. But I think more kids. Me personally, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't be knowing nothing about these kids coming in no more, man.
Yeah.
These dudes on the NBA team, I'm like, who the hell is this? Like, where he come from? I think about them playing and bringing the college back out. You'll get back in tune with who's who. You'll play a little more with them.
But just from a video game perspective, games were better when we had options. When we had options, when it was like, hey, I can play live or I can play 2K.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can play Madden or I can play NFL Fever or I can play 2K or Madden. Like we need to have options, man, because it makes the gaming companies make better games because they're competing with something.
Competition.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like now
come in with one too.
They got to. They have to. Because the thing about it is like 2K been kind of running the gambit for so long. What they be doing is like they'll have something on the game and then they'll take it away and then bring it back a year or two later, acting like they added something new.
Feature.
Adding something new. Or they marginally, you know what I'm saying, kind of like what the iPhone does. You got the capability to go here, but it's like, well, I ain't competing with nobody for real. I got my core audience, so I'm just gonna do like this. Slow roll you instead of, you know what I'm saying, unleashing it all. So I'm all for it just because I feel like all the games, especially the sports games, you need to have options. You need to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if I want to go over here, I want to go over there. And what 2K need to do, not 2K, with NBA, the EA Sports game, the college basketball game, they need to do what 2K did back in the day. When it comes out, that game need to be like $30. Instead of the 70, sell it for 30. You're going to kill the market.
Yeah, you're going to kill the market.
It's
about 100 now, right?
The games is like, depending on you get the large version, you pay $100.
I'm about to say $100 crazy for a video game.
I've seen somewhere that EA Sports said that that the next live game would rival 2K, right? So they changed some shit up, right? Yeah. All right. So the way they can win, to me, what makes things dope to about gaming. I'm a game freak. The thing that Madden did with the college football, how you can get drafted into Madden, into the new game.
Yeah.
Like, something like that. Oh my God.
Football do that.
What you mean?
Football do that. So pretty much when you finish your career in college, you can transfer your player into 2K instead of making a mock career, like making a mock another player. You just transfer.
They literally do that on Madden.
But they do that on Madden with college football this year.
Yeah, they used to do it. They always did it.
Oh yeah, they always.
They used to do it on NBA Live too. NBA Live used to go from college basketball to NBA Live. You know, they need to keep all of that. They need to come back to the competition.
I put it like this. Look at Wayne, my guy. I put it like this.
Shout out to my Wayne, my boy Wayne.
And I mean this wholeheartedly. Every game better hurry up and get this shit out the way. Because once that GTA drop,
it's over with.
Video game live.
GTA was on a video game top.
And don't let GTA add some basketball hoops in there. It's really over with.
Oh yeah.
Well, they had an open court.
Pull up to the gym right now.
We're gonna talk after this, man. I got some ideas.
No. It's positivity here, y'all. It's a joke. Pull up to the gym, or I'm gonna shoot you, or you run me my fade, something. You feel what I'm saying? But no, shout out to the college hoops. Wayne Springs in the building, man. My boy, he here, he live, he direct. Shout out to my boy Black God, he's in the building. Let me read some of these comments really quick. I know my boy mentioned something about. Oh yeah, happy 4th of July early.
We need that
July,
sponsorship.
4th of
We need
July
that
Eve.
sponsorship.
Marquise Thomas, need Dickie V as a commentator again for show. Tanner Moe, 2015, DePaul 10 gonna be on the game. I hope so. If not, I'm gonna create him. Shout out to my boy Black Guy. He said it is. It's over with, Mike. You know, so
He said when that GTA said it's over with.
it's over with. And what do you say? My last join. What's he on, bro? All right, so we moving along. We was talking about this earlier before a lot of y'all came backstage or whatever. Caitlin Clark, man. All-Star game coming up. I don't know if it passed or not. I don't think it did, but
No, it ain't passed.
All-Star game is coming up, and the media, the players, and the fans voted for top 10 players in the NBA, position-wise and all that. And the media voted Caitlin Clark. I think it was 3 or 4. Was it 3 or 4? Let me see.
No,
So the media ranked her 3, the fan ranked her 1, and the players ranked her 9.
Amongst guards, right?
Amongst point guards. No, amongst point guards. Oh, it's guards, right? Yeah, amongst guards.
Is 9 guards better? Is it 9 guards better than her?
Caitlin Clark.
It's not.
Yeah. Is there 8 guards better than Caitlin Clark?
I'm gonna look right now.
It's not one. If they're going off, if they're judging off this season, she hasn't really played, so I get it. But just being honest, off pure talent, it's nowhere close. It's not one guard better than her in the WNBA. So I mean, if they're just going off this season, I think she missed like 5 or 6 games. I get that, but putting 8 guards over here, that league isn't good enough. No disrespect to any of the women players, but that league isn't good enough to have 8 guards over Caitlin Clark. Like no.
I'm gonna name some, and y'all tell me what y'all. You feel me?
Go ahead.
Chelsea Gray.
No.
Sabrina.
Sheila older. No.
Paige.
No chance.
No.
Alicia Gray.
Oh, she played for the Dream now.
Alicia Gray. Yeah, she had a Dream. Skylar Diggins.
Atlanta.
No.
I like Skylar.
Skylar not better.
Natasha.
No,
Skylar
Cloud.
Who?
Kelsey. Natasha Cloud. Kelsey Plum. Jordina Canada. And Courtney Vandersloot.
No.
Shit, Kelsey Mitchell a problem. We ain't even mention her. And she's
That's
a real
her teammate.
problem.
I don't think Kelsey.
I know. No, I know. I'm saying she's a problem for real.
I
We ain't
mean,
mention
Kelsey Mitchell, nice.
her. We ain't mention her.
but it's so is she 9? I'm saying, what we doing, y'all? Is she 9?
She was 7 on the
I
fan
don't-
vote.
well-
Right? That was on the fan
He's
vote.
that worst.
No, she was 1
No.
in fan votes.
No, hold on, let me pull it back up.
She was 1 in fan votes. I think 9 player and then 3 media.
No, so in fan voting, Brian, she was 1.
Oh, she was 1. Oh, okay. So that the
The
player
players
that's
don't
right,
like
that's
her.
among her
They
peers.
don't like her.
Yeah, that's her peers. The player rank, that's her peers.
So
Yeah.
what do we? So we all, but
I mean,
but when it
yeah,
come to the men's sport, we always talking about media don't matter, your peers matter. Like remember, that's what we do. So I'm not agreeing to that, but I'm saying if that's the narrative we run with, we got to keep it for the women.
What if they
So
just don't think she nice? Like, I mean, I don't
That's,
want to
that's
hold
what
it
I'm.
against her.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
Well-
So go ahead, Wayne. Go ahead.
Well, I think you gotta excuse the peers sometimes because it's a legit. You see, like with the actions that she got in the league, they legit don't like her. They create these false narratives for her because of how popular she is in the game. They try to throw these racial undertones at her fan base, have her come out or apologizing like she's a race warrior or something. Like, no, she came to hoop. It ain't her fault. She's the most popular player to come in the league in the past 10 to 15 years, probably ever. But her peers don't like her. And I'm gonna say this, and this I've been around girls. One of the reasons they don't like her because she is not gay. That is 100% facts. When you're not gay in that league, they don't like that. And I spoke to a WNBA player who was like, they be bullying some of them straight girls sometimes. And y'all know some too. So that's a huge factor that Caitlin Clark is a straight woman and she's popular.
I think it's a little bit of a mix of all that. I mean, but Skylar Diggins not gay either, and they had her number 3 in the peer voting. I just think the peers is hit and miss. Like they don't even like Trae Young.
I was
They don't
gonna
like
say they don't like
Trae
Tyrese. They call Tyrese.
They
They
like
underrated.
yeah. So when you're dealing with the players, you get sometimes it's a narrative, sometimes it's some insider stuff, sometimes it's jealousy, hate, whatever. But
So
I just think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, finish your thought.
No, I just think it's a little bit of all of what Wayne said. It's a little bit of all that mixed in.
So Tanner Morris,
But she's not having a super great year numbers rise either though. She turned the ball over almost 6 times a game.
Yeah, she definitely kept the ball. She definitely kept the ball. But
she's shooting 29% from 3.
That's it too. I went. Hold on, Pete, real quick though. But the Tanner point, I mean, you know, it's an open-minded point. But Tanner Morris said if they think she's 9th, why do they full court face guard her here in the last in the All-Star game? I get that, but it's a double-edged sword because when Lonzo Ball came in the league, they did the same thing to him. And I don't think none of them thought he was the best player. It was a simple fact of yo, daddy talking crazy, so I want that. Your fan base talking crazy, so I want that. But it was also it could be a respect thing. So it
extra, so like something extra animosity. But the thing about it, so I kind of get it, but I don't get how they can vote her that low because it's okay. You can say okay, she missed games. The team only played 16 games this year. She played 9 of them. Okay, her numbers last year, she won Rookie of the Year. She averaged 18. What was it? 19, 5 and 9. So she's kind of right at her numbers. She averaged 19 last year, 19, 5 and 8. This year, she averaging 18, 5, and 9. You know what I'm saying? Her percentages are down a little bit. She's shooting, 39% instead of 41%, and she's down from the three-point line.
39% is her overall shooting percentage.
Right. And then she averaged, we talk about, she averaged 5.5 turnovers last year. You know what I'm saying? She averaging 5.5 now, 5.6, and she was averaging 5.5.
Boy, she getting that thing up, man.
So it's kind of, I feel like it's a lot of jealousy. It is like jealousy because it's like, hey, we've been putting in work here and blah, blah, blah. Now this girl getting all this popularity. Cool. Are you cool with you instead of, why don't you go back to them regular commercial flights then? Why don't you go back to people barely coming to the games then? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of hard because it's like, it seemed like you caping for her and all this stuff, but it's really not. It's the reality. The reality, she's bringing much more popularity to a game that needs popularity. They need the numbers. And it's like you like hating on her. It's like you cutting your nose off to spite your face. Right. It's like what? Like why are they being that way? It's like it's crazy. To put 9 people above her is crazy because an off year for her is a great year for the average player. For the average guard in WNBA, an off year, her off numbers this year. Go look at the players that's ranked above her. Go look at their numbers.
I was gonna say one of them. It looked like one of them averaged like 24 though. Hold on.
Yeah, no. I'm not. I said the average. Right? Some of them that are not. Some of them are really, really good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like, man, it's a couple of people they got ranked above her that's putting up similar numbers.
She should be at number no lower than 4 or 5. Alicia Gray is nice.
That's it.
No lower than
and that
5.
school is nice.
Yeah.
Paige is having a good Paige. Yeah. Page's numbers are comparable to hers right now.
She's picking up. Yeah. She's picking up. She's starting to have a better season.
Paige Beckers is
18 and what? 18 and 5.
But I can't say that she should be at number 1 because she has been playing bad. She's been shooting horrible. You go look at her last 5 games, 3 for 13. You know what I'm saying? 2 for 12. 2 for like you. I get that, but it's. I feel like some of it is.
Oh, Pete went out.
He probably went out. So who is the best one then?
Don't worry about it.
Also, Alicia Gray.
Alicia Gray. I think she might be the best.
If she went to UConn, I guarantee she wouldn't have as many haters. The fact that she can go to like a South Carolina or Tennessee, one of the big 3 schools that's in women's basketball, they don't like that because it's like we got a select group here: Taurasi, Maya Moore, Paige Buckner, all the others that came from UConn, the ones that came from South Carolina. Like she came from another school and she made our sport this big. They absolutely don't like that. That she's not like a part of their clique.
That could be a problem.
I think that might have a little bit to something to do with it, but I'm telling you, it's that playoff, that black and white narrative in college with LSU and Iowa, her team, that did it.
Iowa.
That did it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And they ran with the race card like the NBA did. with Bird and Magic, and you never can lose with that. When you try to get media eyes, that aspect is never gonna lose.
Yep.
Nah, facts.
So if she's on UConn, and they get beat by LSU and somebody like me bounds who Angel Reese. And they get beat right, you might be dealing with the same narrative.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's just the fact that UConn, when them girls were there, they was just smacking everybody. It didn't matter when they was on their street.
Yeah, UConn.
I was gonna say, Ron, if she on UConn, all of that showboating that her and Angel Reese is going on, all that back and forth, that probably don't even happen if she on UConn. Them games are probably not gonna be close.
Nah.
Yeah, them games not gonna be close.
But it was just like Bird and Magic was a perfect storm. That Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, she coming in shooting them bomb threes from 30 feet out. Her play style, Angel Reese play style, the social media aspect of it now, where we could see everybody's opinion. All that was like the perfect storm for Caitlin Clark to blow up, and Angel Reese at the same time, because she blew up too.
They did that. Shout out to them.
Do we still think Angel and Caitlin are close? Like, as close?
No, they different type of players, but
different type of players.
So skill gap, no. Persona,
Wayne,
probably. I mean,
Wayne, you ain't gonna talk about that position switch.
You play too much
for Angel. She been playing better when they put that big next to her. Got her playing the 4. She didn't switch her role.
She was always good as that. Like as a wing forward, they try to have her playing center. She ain't strong enough for that. You type yourself.
She ain't no center. Nah. She playing much better the last 10
years. She hooping now.
Yeah, she definitely hooping.
She stopped being an Instagram model. She actually hooping now.
So 10 years from now, who the best player? Or 5 years from now, who got who doing? Give him a little time. 5 years from now, who?
It'll probably be Caitlin.
Out of those two? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. She had a ball in her hands more. She would have made more decisions. She's more popular. It's more that she can do on the floor than Angel can. She impact the game more in a sense.
Caitlin she gonna have to change her game up. Like the scouting report is out on her. Actually, it was out in college because when South Carolina beat them, all they did was send her right because she shoot better when she going left.
Mm-hmm. Yo, it was a shot chart out. I think her going right is like Tyrese Halliburton going left.
Man, I was saying that this whole series, man, put Halliburton all the way to the left.
Yeah. Tyrese Halliburton, I think going left in that OKC series. I think he only made like 4 shots going left in the whole series.
Same with McConnell.
So it's the same thing with her going right. It's tough.
That mother went left and tore his Achilles. Mike.
Oh shit.
Damn.
He was going left when he tore his Achilles.
Damn.
I think the ball was in his left hand, wasn't it?
I kid you not, bro. I'm sitting up there. I'm talking to Zell. Me and Zell watched a lot of these games together. Bro, I'm like, bro, if you really watch it, he gonna get you leaning to your left and he going hard back to the right.
But see, that goes more to my point, and we kind of getting a little off topic with it, but that goes to my point. What I was telling you before, I've been saying all season, like a lot of these players, like today's players, ain't paying attention to detail like that.
Oh, facts.
They don't pay attention to detail.
Rui is one of them. Literally.
Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's like they be at the highest level. It's like, bro, are you? And it's like that's not even something that's like a scouting report thing. That's something that's just watching the game.
Just watching the game.
Just pick up. And you just like,
as a kid, you're taught to send them to their weak hand. As a kid, as a toddler, send them to their offhand.
Yeah. Let me see if you
to the
can use
highest
that
level.
other hand. Yeah,
all I say is Jaylen Brown had the same deficiencies with his left hand, won Finals MVP. Halliburton was able to get his team to the NBA Finals, the highest level in basketball.
So what does that say about the league?
My left hand not that good, so I'd be like, he can work on it, but he was like, I almost saw the mountaintop with his left hand. I almost saw the mountaintop, man. I almost saw it now.
Right.
But Wayne, I don't think it's a thing as if they can't go left. I think they just all prefer to play. They want to play with in a strong hand. You know, like Tyrese and Jaylen. Like Jaylen Brown left hand is not terrible because he's still a pro. You know what I'm saying? But He want to go right, but he can
Man,
still
look,
go left.
that finals against the Warriors, it looked terrible because he was turning the ball over. You made him dribble 2-3 times with that left hand. It was shaky. It was very
Easy
shaky.
hit it on the head though. That's low, bro. Oh, kids, if you're watching this,
Like,
get your IQ up, shorty.
Mike,
It's
Mike,
a coach waiting on you.
You've heard me. Man, you done heard me saying this for years now.
Low
The
IQ, P.
the difference between the players now and the players 15, 20 years ago is the IQ. It was more about this than it was the joining and jumping.
We just hooping out here, man. I can honestly say when you watch a game, it's just hooping.
And what
LeBron
and
KD talked about on their podcast with the defensive schemes. And the only thing everybody doing now is just switching everything.
Yeah,
you're not running them into somebody. It's always like it's accidental basketball, like they talk about when you using the pick and roll, you hitting somebody in the corner. It's the same thing. You're just trying to get switches instead of like actually picking up from the block, playing the Malone area. I learned something the other day, but. No, that's some real stuff. So.
And that's the reason why the game has changed to where it's like, hey, you need 8 or 9 good players, 8 or 9 kind of guys so I can play this way and switch everything instead of fighting through a screen. Instead of, you know what I mean? I'm getting over, or I'm going under on this guy. It's like, no, everything was just gonna switch it. Everything was just gonna switch it. You know what I'm saying? Where it used to be like, hey, this dude ain't trying to shoot no jumper. I'm going under every single time. This one I got to go over. Or this one we going to blitz him. It's like everything is just a switch now. Instead of having that detail to each player or play style, it's like, no, we just going to vanilla everything. Same thing with like offensively. Mostly everybody, like you say, pick and roll, pick and pop, pick to get a switch, and then we're going to jump it in there for okay, now we're going to back down the mismatch till they come in double, then kick it out for a 3-pointer. That's literally what pretty, like, you know what I'm saying, 85% of the league does.
Yeah. But you know why they switch everything, though? Because it's more convenient. They can get more, I can save more energy. Yeah, if I'm going to just switch, I can just switch off. I know you're not going to come at me, so I'm going to just switch off and let you go at my big man. Right. And I'm going to just have all this energy on offense.
Can we agree that's why niggas was dying playing against Golden State? Because you trying to switch everything and we slipping on your goofy ass.
Or if you switch and put that big out here, Steph's gonna put him on skates and hit a 3-pointer on him. Like he's gonna put him on skates. So it's like, yeah, it's hard to do that with every team. You know what I'm saying? So I but
that's a little off topic. In the king, man.
Yeah. But staying on the topic though, I don't think none of us think Caitlin is the ninth best guard in the.
Hey, but I didn't get to make my point.
Go ahead.
Real quick, bro.
No, go ahead.
Who? How can you not love Skylar Diggins?
I ain't gonna lie, she been teeing up out there too.
She been talking crazy. She been talking. It's like ever since she got divorced, bro. Like she been taking it out on the right people. That's how you supposed to do. She put her name back on that jersey. It's
got some motivation.
Yeah.
Y'all thought it was tone on them though. She toned on them like play with me.
What you say? Wade?
Them hyphenated last names. I ain't gonna go to that. I ain't gonna get to that.
Where's Skylar been at though? Where's she been at the last couple of years? I feel like her name is just now starting to pop again. What
she was going through it.
She with Brittany Brown and them team. What was that? What team was that?
Oh, Mercury. Oh, she was on Mercury. Okay.
But they had a team though. She was trying to be a good point guard and like do what she's supposed to do. So
she wasn't but noise.
That's what that is, man. Caitlin Clark definitely ain't that, man. But moving on, man. Switching the gears to Dynasty over Parity. Obviously, when what's my boy name that was here? David Stern. In his 30 years, it was only 8 championships with the Dynasties. Now with Adam Silver in his 12 years, it's been 9 championships. He's trying not to have dynasties. Obviously, he want more teams because that'll get more fan base engagement, long-term health, TV and stream videos. He want the parity. So, which do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer dynasties over parity, or you prefer parity over dynasties?
I like. How y'all feel about this championship that just happened? We still talking about. I'm just saying, we still talking about the people.
No, we ain't talking about it, but I mean, we know who won
2 weeks ago.
Well,
why they ain't talking about it, Mike? Why they not talking about it?
We don't give a damn about the people who won. It ain't that deep. They Canadian.
They like what they like.
We ain't with that. I told Pete this is what happened though. Now Pete he finna say some smart, articulate shit to get out of this. But I told him when they win, we're not going to talk about him. We're going to be talking about where Giannis is going and what LeBron got going on.
You did, and I got to admit I was wrong because you did say this is going to disappear quick, and I didn't agree with it. But I was wrong on that. Just to answer the question, I prefer the parity because I didn't necessarily like when it was like we already know who's going to be in the finals because like what's the point of watching the playoffs? I like the unpredictability of it. The only reason why, and now that I think about it, the reason why it's kind of like not talked about as much because it wasn't anybody that was in the finals where it was like, hey, legacy. Like if we would have got one of those bigger stars in the finals, no matter who they played, and it was like something that defined a legacy because we've gotten so accustomed to that over the years. It was like, hey, this championship is going to define this. This championship is going to define that. You know what I mean? And it's like not everybody likes good basketball. Not everybody likes good basketball because we talking about just from a basketball aspect. This finals was one of the best in a while. One of the best in a while. All the adjustments that they made, and then the back and forth, and they went 7 games. You couldn't ask for nothing better. But it's the fact that, like you say, we wasn't tied to it as far as the stars. The stars, we weren't tied to it. It was like, well, these young guys, you may win it, but they still got the rest of their careers to win another. It wasn't like a legacy player that we've been attached to for years. Like, oh man, he finally got here, or oh man, he gonna get his second one or his third one, or you know what I mean. So that was. I mean, that had a lot to do with it.
You don't think it did? You don't think it would have did enough for Shea and Halliburton? Like, you don't think it did?
No, it did. No, it did, but it wasn't like players that everybody is like tied to. Like for example, that finals in 2021, the Suns and the Bucks. People was really interested in that because it was like, oh shit, Chris Paul might finally get
somebody
one.
finna win a ring.
Chris Paul might finally get his one. Giannis gonna get his one. You know what I'm saying? Guys that have been like continually great and they're kind of Giannis was in the prime of his career. Chris Paul was towards past his prime. But it was like, man, Chris Paul finally got to the finals. He's finally gonna get one. You know what I mean? And it was like more of like a legacy defining type of thing. And it was like, is Giannis gonna get one with the Bucks? The Bucks don't win a championship since Kareem. So it's like, but it wasn't no story to this one.
I think was it the 70s or the 60s where the Boston won 9 championships? Was that the 70s?
60s.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like who? So that means in 10 years you knew who were going to win. Like that's not fun to watch.
Yeah,
I genuinely enjoyed every. I genuinely enjoyed every game of this year's finals. To Pete's point, we got to watch both coaches switch up schemes. You saw first of all, OKC early on changed up. They started lineup before the game even started. Then you got the Pacers coming back, taking a press off to kind of relieve some of that. Shea getting to the basket early. Like you got to see coaches coach. And on top of that, we didn't go through the years saying, "Oh, we already know KD and the Warriors from the win." Like it was an actual. You had to watch and see what was going to happen. So I definitely enjoyed parity over Dynasty.
It's a couple reasons why we don't talk about OKC like other chapters, and Marcus's point being number one, the storylines was a little different this year, no legacy guys in there. But the other reason is, man, the NBA throws so much shit at you right after the playoffs is over. You got the draft the next week after that. You got free agency the next week after that. Then you got summer league. So they take your attention away from it. As soon as they do the parade, once they do the parade, it's a wrap.
But
on the media.
But also to Marcus' point though, but I don't think that's necessarily true because we're not tied to the players.
If KD that's why I said number one. That's why I said that's the first reason. That's the number one reason is the storylines. But then the second is that the NBA is moving on so fast right after the championship. You invested in your team then and seeing what your team gonna do.
Before I ask some of y'all what do you say? Players more dominant, no bronze teams. I mean super teams. KD trade was bigger than the finals. No cap. Pacers in 9. I hear you, boy. SGA really only been good last 3 years for real. Oh, what? His rookie year? I feel man. You mean that's the whole year? I get it. I'm not going to be complicated. Pacers in 10. So I see why it wasn't as big. Pacers in 10.5. This man here. Fact. So Wayne, what you got on this? Do you prefer parity over dynasties or dynasties over parity?
I like parity. It's just the thing is, y'all can't expect people to care about boring ass cities. When the last time y'all went on vacation in Oklahoma City? They don't do enough as a media market for people to talk about them. Yes, they have a fun player in SGA, Jalen Williams, Chet, but they aren't. I don't feel like they're big enough names to just dominate the media market where we're gonna have a segment for them for the next week just because they won. It's like, okay, they won. Okay, what's next? We still got legendary players in the league. We still got KD. We still got Lakers fan crying about LeBron because he's 42 trying to get his 5th ring. So it's still too many legendary players in the league who those players on OKC haven't surpassed yet. Once they do, I feel like the conversation is switched to people caring more about the smaller teams winning championships.
I thought number 2 was the best OKC player ever.
He might be. He's just not a big name yet.
He's
a big enough name yet.
So words matter. He's the best OKC player ever.
Well, he had the best season.
He ain't the best player that played in OKC.
He had the best season in OKC history. I can say that.
Facts only.
And one of the best guard seasons, we've seen in the past 20 years.
Fact. That's why I wanted the Knicks to go, because I felt like it would have been better because the atmosphere and etc. Motherfuckers were like the Pacers.
Hey, I like
he's Canadian. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
My fault. I like what he said in the comments about too much talent. I don't think we're going to see too many more dynasties in the NBA. I think the talent pool is too. The league is only getting more talented. So I don't think we'll see any more dynasties. That's just what I think. I don't think
teams is scared of that second apron.
It's the talent. Yeah, it's the talent, and then the second apron. As far as like,
it's the way for them to keep Mike.
You ain't gonna be able to keep your team like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to keep the teams together because of the rules, the luxury tax, and how much money it's gonna cost.
Keeping the greats to greats. That's what they own, bro. They keep them to go, bro. They keeping the greats to greats, bro. They keeping the greats to greats until they find somebody that they love, and then it's gonna go back to championship on top of championship to make it make sense again. Give somebody 3.
What it is that the league and Adam Silver in particular got upset with how things were going as far as the Miami LeBron thing, and then KD going to the Warriors, and then these guys teaming up, and it's like, you know what? Y'all only teaming up in these big markets and these big cities, and a lot of these owners was upset about it. Like, how am I supposed to field a good team? Nobody want to come here. Nobody want to come over.
That's why y'all about to sign this big TV deal now.
Right. So and that's the reason why they came with that deal. Like, hey, if you want to do that, this is the taxes it's gonna cost you to pay these players. It's gonna cost you this. It's gonna cost you. You know what I mean? So you can't even have 3 max players no more. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I feel like they're messing they're messing with what make the NBA popular. The NBA run off dynasties. 80s Lakers, 80s Celtics, 90s Bulls, Spurs in the 2000s, 3P Lakers.
10.5 billion, bro.
I guess you can go Miami.
A little bit.
Okay, but you get what I'm getting at. You feel me? Yeah. Then you go to Warriors, dynasties keep the sports going. Like, who gonna beat them? That's just like attract them to the league. That's what they have. Is like, hey, we're gonna have dynasties. You feel me? So,
but I think even to Javonte's point right here, where he said, I mean, I was one of the people that was betting, like, yo, the Boston is gonna win. I don't know why y'all watching this NBA year, like the way they won last year, and in my head, yo, they figured it out. For another 3 years, they figured it out. Like, y'all not gonna beat them. They can play different positions. They got army switching. Like they do it all. But then when Jason Tatum go down and the Knicks looking like something, now I'm looking like, hold on, let me watch some more. And now the parity became better to watch, which is better to watch. Do you guys think the league is scripted?
100%.
I wouldn't say scripted.
More scripted than the moon.
But I do. Think,
Dallas got the number 1 pick, bro.
But I do think they influence. Yeah, they do. They do influence.
I wouldn't say
outcomes.
But I do think that they know how to mix the pot up a little bit.
Talk to me, because I clear cut. What we talking about, man?
Yeah, I don't think it's scripted.
Y'all think this shit?
It kind of is, because you go back. I'm gonna tell you, like for example, I'm gonna tell you four. Was it 3 or 4 different instances as far as the draft lottery being scripted.
Yeah,
LeBron.
85, nope. 85,
okay.
Patrick Ewing to the Knicks.
Georgetown.
The frozen envelope. And these things you can go Google. The frozen envelope.
Mm-hmm.
You can go 2011, Derrick Rose to the Bulls.
Facts.
Like how he just happened to get the #1 pick to get
They had a 1%
the hometown guy.
Chicago kid.
The Cavaliers, in the 4 years that LeBron was in Miami, they got the #1 pick 3 times, and then the number 5 pick the 4th time. Yes. And then before that, even LeBron in 03 drafting LeBron James. And then this last time with the Mavs trading Luka and then just getting the #1 pick after having like a 1% chance.
Yo,
we need the +1 like around the horn. I just want to go +1 from my
y'all think the
You better
NBA
not never do that again without your glasses. Where's the
do y'all think the NBA is the mob?
Where you at, man?
You better not never do that again without that. Before you folks some
the NBA the mob, bro.
It ain't the mob. It's entertainment. It's big money contracts.
Absolutely.
So they got it.
My fault.
Yeah. It's big. AJ is big money.
Sean is Hugh and Glasses P is some pay. It's fun,
man. Professor P, man. He just gave us some knowledge, man.
One thing about the KD move, I love that. Yes, he went to a really good team. I don't care about that. He didn't go and join no other killer though. Like I appreciate. Now some people might look like Aaron. He joined a team though. I'm cool with that. It just joining another killer. I can't do this no more with KD. You already nice, bro. Join a solid team.
Was Ime Udoka.
Be the best player and figure it out. So I'm definitely happy KD picked Houston.
He the best player on Houston?
That what?
I was just asking.
Wayne, don't you stop. Wayne, come on, man. Come on, man.
I was just asking, dog.
Hey, Jizzle, before we
Thompson gonna have a big year though. Thompson gonna have a big year, man.
We gotta ask the question Mojo said.
What'd he say?
Wayne didn't hear it either though. We gonna
Wayne. Mojo said, "Is Kobe Bryant even better than Steph Curry?"
It's some questions you ask and you just wonder when people start watching basketball because it's like, what you mean? When was that ever a question?
Hey, let me. I'll say this though. He got a little bit of recency bias, but then I'm gonna also say this: how much do you take defense? Like when you talk about better players, what percentage are you adding defense? Is that 50%? Are you going 50%?
They don't never put defense on that for some reason.
To me, that's 50.
Before KD even came to that nigga Steph team, who he lose a Finals MVP to? Man, y'all, who he lose a Finals MVP to?
Iguodala.
Imagine Kobe losing a Finals MVP to Lamar Odom. Imagine Lamar Odom winning the Finals MVP for the Lakers. That's what Andre Iggy is for the Warriors.
Whoa.
Man, what?
Steph
Curry better than Kobe?
But it's trash on the question, man, because I don't know what. I woke up one day and it was just on the floor. When did this? Is it because he's gone? Like, what's really going on?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. As a person, on social media, 24/7 scheming. This Kobe stuff been there. I think what happened was when the narrative of like this T-Max stuff, I think that's what pushed it over the edge where everybody asked where the slander came from. Because I'm telling you, I've been seeing it. I've been going back. I've been at the lunch table talking about this since 2007, 5 in high school, middle school.
Also have put Kyrie top 5 point guards all the time. That's
the Kobe slander came from really the fact that from the media perspective is that he got that rape case on his jacket. That was the reason why he didn't win the MVP more than once.
+1, man.
Because if you look at it and you look at it, bro, and like I tell everybody, like we talked about it before. Besides that first championship, Kobe was putting up numbers as a first option next to Shaq.
Yeah, crazy. It was crazy.
Like he was putting up 27, 28 points a game and then averaging 30 in the playoffs. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why, and that's why it's like for Kobe, I wasn't mad at him when he like wanted to win without Shaq. Because he would have never gotten his proper career, his proper credit for his career. He would have like same thing like with Kevin Durant leaving Golden State. I understand because it was like even now to this day we still say, well, he couldn't win without Steph. He would have never got the proper credit for his career had he not separated from Shaq and won without him. And I implore everybody to do this. That last championship they won in 2010, Go back and look at that finals. They played against Boston. That was hard fought. Kobe averaged 28, 8, and like 4. The next guy next to him,
you're talking to
peons.
You're talking to peons. We know what D Wade said. I think he tweaked. We know Kobe.
I like Steph.
We know
Curry.
Kobe.
I feel like Steph is
we know
the
Kobe.
second best point guard ever.
Wade tweaked.
Look how many finals Steph played in, and he wasn't the best player on the floor. He played in too many finals where he wasn't the best player.
Now, Wayne, this is what I say, right, when it comes to this. Because obviously rings matter, but the more rings you got, to me, that's the most final MVPs you got to have. If Jordan got 6, you need at least 4. If Bill Russell got 11, my boy need at least 7. So my thing with Steph, I love Steph, y'all. I don't need none of y'all. My thing is, bro, really got 1.
Damn, you said, hold on. You said my
Mike.
boy was like, can I get an Uber? Can I get an Uber?
No, hell no. Don't do that. Hey, y'all can get on Mike ass. He said that.
I thought that was. I'm trying to hear what up.
I agree, Mike.
And the defense I have for Kobe, and the only reason why he has 2 out of 5 is because if you go back and look, before they got to the championship, they played the team that was probably going to be the champion if they didn't beat them. Go look at the series Kobe had, and then if you go look at the finals, it would have been stupid not to feed Shaq because you're going up against Rick Smits, Todd McCullough, and Mutombo, or old Mutombo, a 35, 36-year-old Mutombo. So it would have been stupid not to force feed Shaq. He had the matchup. But when they had guys, when they played the Kings, that was, for some reason, I don't know how Vlade Divac was like guarding Shaq, and he used to pull the chair. When they played the Kings or they played the Blazers and they played those teams that kind of had a little, the Spurs that had a little for Shaq, it was Kobe going off for 30 plus to get
Kobe
them.
Was eating.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can understand why Kobe didn't win the finals MVP at those times. Because it was like, man, it would have been dumb to try to, and the one time that they did it, when he tried that against the Pistons, you see what happened. Yeah. Where it was like, hey, and the Pistons, the reason why they beat the Lakers, it's kind of going off in the text. The Pistons was like the only team that wasn't doubling Shaq. We're gonna let Ben Wallace play one-on-one with him. We're gonna let Rasheed Wallace play one-on-one with him. You do what you're gonna do. We're gonna double Kobe though. And that really messed up their game plan because no other team was doing that.
Let me read some of these comments. Now I agree with all that, P. You be snapping. I ain't gonna hold you. You gotta stop knowing everything. Mike Taylor said, what be wrong with people? Obviously, with the Marcus question. Man, what? Oh shit, my fault. Man, what be wrong with people? Man, what? Why would he ask that? Let me slide on next time. If you ready to slide, let me know. I'm dead serious. Kobe is better offensive player. Like, what are we talking about? It started with the grape case, and it got worse after he passed. And of course, some of it just that, and he wasn't like the Mike comparison. He didn't like the Mike comparison. Let me talk about this real quick, y'all. I was in the gym with my boy Puda yesterday. It was yesterday. I went to go work out, and we talked about his son AJ, and I'm like, yo, your son, bro. Like, what grade he in? He said he in 6, bro. I say, bro, we need to get him. I said we need to get him on a circuit team, tennis shoot team, so he can really be seen. He said, I reached out to Mac Irvin, bro. They ain't hit me back. I mean, I reached out to Mean Streets, they ain't hit me back. I say, give me 1 second. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, I got a killer for y'all right now. Here go the video. Where he from? He from the Go.
On the Go.
I said, this is daddy name. Boom, boom. And today, 24 hours later, my boy in the gym with Mean Streets.
What hospital is born at?
North Chicago. In 3 years. Yes, you know what I'm saying, bro. He do this all the time. Hey, shout out to my boy Wayne, though. He will never stop. My boy P is a historian. Yeah, I'm ready for the next one. Say no more. Hey, everybody that's in here, man, please like, comment, share. We only got 10 likes, y'all. It's been 500 people in here, y'all. Come on, man. Come on. Just like the video. We giving y'all great content. We ain't on here tweaking. And also share the video. Let's get us in the algorithm. All right, moving on, man. Great topics. Kevin Durant was on LeBron James show called Mind the Game, and they spoke about what his team was and what it could look like. Let's do this real quick.
I don't think they were ready exactly for us to be contenders every year. Right. So since we reached the finals, you're supposed to upgrade and fine tune and make changes around instead of, you can't just pull one of the key figures of your team, off the team and expect us to continue on what we was doing. So I just think they were kind of shocked at how good we got so fast.
So
James Harden?
So pretty much,
Yeah.
they talking about when Sam Presti they had to make a decision, and it's funny because that's literally what OKC at right now. But they allowed it to happen with Chet and J Dub. They chose Serge Ibaka over James Harden because at that time you needed stretch fours and you can guard, protect the rim. We needed that. James Harden, we feel like we could replace you, but they didn't know he was going to turn into who he was. So pretty much, KD just like we got after it early. They didn't know what we was. Do you think those guys stay together and win a championship? Zell, I'm talking about you, Zell.
Obviously, yeah, I think they win. I think they win one, but that wasn't a bad team after he left. After Harden left, that team with Ibaka was nice too.
Mm-hmm.
They fumbled the bag in that series versus
Miami.
Who was that? Golden State.
When they
3-1.
3-1.
They fumbled the bag. So they still had a good team and the opportunity to win the championship, but they killed it. And I think that series right there was the and then the narrative on Westbrook started to change a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Yep. Going
into them seasons with him and KD. So, then you had him and KD fighting over who number one, or that was the narrative. I don't know if it was actually happening, but that was the narrative of that team. But they still had a good team. They fumbled that bag though. They a chance to make it back to the championship, that Golden State series. So,
Brian, what you think? You think that OKC team with those three could have got it done?
No, I think they definitely would have got it done if you keep Harden. But I mean they didn't, and I feel like that team that they had, like Zell said, they went to I think whoever won that series between them and Golden State, they was gonna win the ring. So you lose that, or what's the name end up winning that, huh? Cleveland, didn't they? They came back 3-1. Yeah, Cleveland came back 3-1. Right.
But go ahead. No, finish your thoughts. I'm gonna talk after you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so I was thinking whoever won that series between OKC and Golden State was gonna come out. They was gonna, get the ring, and I think that team is gonna beat Bron them. I think they beat that Cleveland team too.
So watch this. This is what pissed me off about the KD thing. Y'all think about this, bro. Y'all blew the 3-1 lead. Y'all were going to beat LeBron. I'm gonna keep it 100. That team was better than the Cleveland Cavaliers. If they would have ran it back again, Mike, they would have smacked the Warriors. Mike, the way they were switching, you got to remember, Clay had a crazy game 6.
They was up
for them
31.
to give them
They didn't lose one game, y'all. They was up 3-1.
Mike, you understand, but as a hooper, you know the pressure it is when you lose that one. And then somebody go crazy. Now it's game 7. All the marbles are on you. You got to perform.
I ain't never in my life been up that much.
One game? Understandable.
I got one.
But
I'm KD. I ain't little, man. I'm KD. 70 points, bro. We out of here, and that's that.
But I do believe if KD running back, they end up beating the Cleveland though that next year, and they beat the Warriors that next year for sure. Go ahead, Wayne.
I think that's it. He was excused by Kevin Durant. I'm not giving him that. He got outplayed by Steph Curry in the year where they blew the 3-1 lead. That's why he didn't win. He didn't need James Harden. They didn't need that team to stay together. He choked when he played against Steph Curry. Outplayed him. He missed like 15 shots. I remember that game. I'm like, KD losing the game for him. That wasn't because they didn't have Harden. That was because of KD. And now that time passed, he think, oh, if we had Harden, would have won. No, nigga, because of you. Because of you. And then after 2016, when you lost to Steph, you ran to Golden State with him. I mean, at the time, I wasn't really against him for the decision, but it was soft. In reality, it was soft. But that's all on KD not being good enough, bro. And when people try to put him over LeBron, I'm like, LeBron doesn't lose in that situation. LeBron not losing in that situation right there. Also, if they trade Westbrook instead of Harden, they win the championship. They should have kept Harden.
At that time?
They should have kept Harden.
At that time?
Harden was a better playmaker, better shooter. That's what they needed. They couldn't shoot the basketball. They had Andre Roberson and goddamn Westbrook shooting threes.
Westbrook was a matchup problem.
Tag me in.
But it wasn't a 3-point lead then, was it? It wasn't a 3-point lead.
Tag me in. Do y'all remember the reason why they went with Serge Ibaka over James Harden? Do y'all remember what James Harden did in the finals in 2012?
He got outplayed by D Wade.
Not outplayed. He wet the bed. After, so this was after the Western Conference Finals that he had against San Antonio. He kind of carried them. You know what I'm saying? He was the key coming off the bench against San Antonio. Then when y'all got to the finals, it was like, bro, like where did you go?
You forgot to hoop.
Where did you go? Like you forgot how to hoop. You know what I mean? And so that influenced the decision as far as like, hey, we might want to keep this guy over this one because people forget how bad he played in that finals. But what I don't like about what KD is saying, if you go look about the 3-1 lead, what was so disgusting about the 3-1 lead and why I was so mad about at first about the Golden State move and how you tried to basically blame Westbrook. In Game 5, Kevin Durant shot 12 for 31. 12 for 31 in Game 5 after the 3-1 lead, right? 12 for 31 for 40 points. You took 31 shots to get 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then Game 6, you shot Game 6. Both of these games were close, by the way. Game 6, you came right back after that and shot 10 for 31. So you mean to tell me in 2 games, you shot 20 for 62? 63. So that's where they lost the series at Games 5 and 6. And then in Game 7, he was 10 for 19 for you had 19 points. 19 shots for 30 points. 30.
So basically, you saying Presti knew before all of us was gonna find out.
No, the fact of the matter, he had 27 points. Yeah, 27 points in Game 7. The fact of the matter is that it has been in big moments. So Kevin Durant, and this is what I say about a lot of guys. Why I say, like, you know what I'm saying, why we can go like Jordan is the GOAT. Because I haven't seen too many guys to where it's like, I'm willing the team in a situation we can actually lose in a do or die. It's some guys that, hey, we'll hit a clutch shot where it was like we was tied and I hit the shot to untie the game, but if I would have missed, we're not losing, we're just going to overtime. Or, you know what I'm saying, make a play where it's like, oh, it's different when it's like, hey, I did some things to make us win the game we were about to lose. And I haven't seen Kevin Durant in that moment to where it's like, hey, if I don't perform, we're going to lose. He don't do it. It's like he almost like a front runner.
He's
like,
a comfortable superstar.
Like one of the clutch shots we always talk about is the 3 in the finals that you hit over LeBron. Y'all was up what? 2-0 already.
It was up 2-0.
It was up 2-0 already. So it was like if you missed it, it wasn't no big deal. It wasn't no pressure. That's not a real pressure situation.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
So that's what I don't like as far as like the hindsight is 2020, and that's why I don't be saying like what I don't really like about all these players being on these podcasts and all that, because they have so much influence because who they are. They make people forget history. Like nah, bro, I watched you. You can say all that you want to. I seen Melo do the same thing. Where it's like, no, I watched that. Like it was you was the part of the problem. And you try to make it like it was because of the team and because of this and because of that. It's like, nah, bro, we seen it.
T-Mac too. I watched.
Yeah, T-Mac too.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I went because T-Mac went out and said, what are you saying? I tried. I didn't have no help, whatever. I went back and watched that Game 7 versus Utah, bro, when they lost to Boozer at home. Yo, T-Mac in the fourth quarter was a no-show. I ain't gonna get into all that, though. Shaunis, what you think? Do you think OKC would have won if they would have stayed together?
No, maybe. If they would have kept, because I think James would have been the same person he is now. Like he's literally a milk carton when the playoffs come, bro. He's missing since the beginning of time. So
fair.
Sam P.
That's fair.
Sam P. knew he was telling us something in the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying? And then it come full circle and he win the chip with the young boy. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you're right. Maybe he knew something.
Harden took the Warriors 7 games. I'm just gonna say that without no KD or Westbrook. Bro.
And then in Game 7, what he did when everything was on the line, what he do in Game 7?
He didn't have no Kevin Durant or Westbrook next to him.
Right, like but that's my point. That's my point. But if you go look at the box score of that game, you're like, damn, James Harden was kind of killing. But you go watch it, it's like, man, you went a long stretch in the fourth quarter when the game was in the balance without doing nothing.
Yeah, when you can't say that and then say that. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, hey, he get the 7 game, and then he get the 7 game and he drop a ball. Well, he ain't have KD. No, nigga. He got the 7 games. He dropped the ball.
There, and then you didn't
KD got there without KD got there without Harden. He got there. They had to lead. Harden 3-1.
Yeah, and he didn't perform. That's what I'm saying. It's not about like it like, and that's the part of the reason why I don't necessarily believe that in 2016 if they beat the Warriors, it's a guarantee they're gonna beat the Cavs. I don't think that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know, bro. If Bron beat them, why I can't beat? I beat the people that y'all just had the chokehold.
I just always look at things in the sense of
we already know what's gonna happen with Bron.
I know, but I look at things in the sense of matchups though. I just thought OKC defense would match up way better than with Cleveland. They had way more bodies to throw at Bron than the Warriors did. On top of that, they were more of a shooting team. Rather, OKC had a different dynamic. We can attack you. We can shoot the three. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just felt like it was the bag was deeper in OKC than we had against Warriors. But I don't want to keep it there too long. We all gave our opinion. We got two topics left. The one is here's free agency, y'all. Just tell me who y'all think winning so far and who y'all think losing.
Houston
winning.
I would just Houston. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna
tell y'all this. It's going to be very scary for that shit out in Texas when you got to go play Houston, Dallas, and then you got to go play the Spurs, and then OKC. OKC started off because they up the street. You got to play that 0-4, 0-3. Mark that down.
Lakers coming out
scary about playing the Spurs.
Lakers coming out 4-0.
What's scary about playing the Spurs?
It's not about being scared. It's the fact that you can go 0-3 because of that. You can go 0-3.
Yes. Don't let that be a time you need to win.
The first two is scary, and that third one is just like we got to deal with the 7-9 dude under the rim. Come on, bro.
Dallas scary without Kyrie?
Yeah, I think so.
D'Angelo Russell at point guard now.
Yeah,
I know, but he gonna look good. He gonna look good there, and I'm gonna say it. He gonna look good there. It's gonna piss me off, Mike. It's gonna piss me off, Mike. It's gonna piss me off.
Watch.
It's gonna piss me off if he play well.
I forgot that's a rookie. They got to get up to speed first.
Facts.
Yeah. I like Houston. The thing that's crazy about Houston is they still only gave up 2 players, and they seem like they done added like 5.
I was in play. I'm like, how the hell y'all got all these spots?
Facts.
But I believe it on one of the pods. We all thought that if they got KD, they was gonna have to give up Twin or Jabari, and they didn't have to give up either one.
They gave up the other one.
Give me 1 second, y'all. They on my ass in the chat. Talk about read the comments, man. I thought I've been showing it. Sometimes when the conversation flowing, I try to let people ride, but they got Victor too. Obviously, that's when Harden left. When KD left, media ruined that OKC team. He said that he sold that game for sure. KD better than Steph though. Fact Wayne. Westbrook is just better than Harden. He had terrible finals, like terrible. Cannot call in. Nah, Mike, you're gonna be here all day. We're gonna wait till you on the show, boy. Russ was him in the finals. KD, Russ, Bron, 3 best at finals. CP3 was balling. Can't discredit that Houston team. Read the comments. He on my ass. Houston and Denver. That's what we think won. What's the name so far? Free agency. Denver, Spurs, a trap game. He's not a normal rookie. Talking about your boy Flag, and then I think Houston the best team right now. So Zell, who you think won free agency and lost free agency? Well, you said Houston. My fault. You said Houston.
Yeah, Houston. I got them, and then lost. It's a couple teams that I think lost because there's a couple teams that just sitting doing nothing. Like the Clippers ain't doing nothing. They picked up Brook Low players, but they ain't doing nothing. So what are they doing with Harden and Kawhi?
I thought the Clippers
they re-signed James Harden.
They re-signed Batum and Harden.
Yeah.
But they added Brook Lopez. That was it.
I think that was a solid pickup, but but that ain't
12 games a season.
Brian, who you think won free agency and who you think lost free agency?
If I had to go winners, I would do either Houston or Denver.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the loser of free agency probably would be the Timberwolves. I don't think they didn't get better. They didn't do anything with that roster. And they were just in the Western Conference Finals. I would expect them to go back.
And they lost a 3-and-D guy. Go ahead.
As I said, Nikhil gone. Nikhil Alexander, he gone. So you losing players, and they re-signed Naz Reid, but I don't know. I think they should have tried to do something. They need another piece. I don't know what they need, but they need something else. I don't think they're just going to do it with Randall and Ant. I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, no.
Mike, who you think won? Who you think won?
Fuck who won. Lakers lost, man.
Yeah. 1,000. 1,000.
That's all.
Who you think they should have? Who you think they should have went after, Mike? Why you say they lost?
Because they ain't do what we do. We got eight.
It's one thing.
Let me say this. You see the name. You see my name tag, right, Mike?
Sean is Lakers Insider.
What you got for me?
Lakers Insider? Am I?
Insider? What you know?
That's crazy. Sam just hit me too. That's wild. That's wild. But y'all do know that this KD trade might be a 17 trade, right? So we really don't know who won. For real. Because with these 7 teams,
as of right now.
Okay, well, as of right now, give me I like to go off the grid, bro. I like
Denver snap.
Atlanta, man. Atlanta is sneaky scary.
Atlanta snap.
Houston
they
is
might
for me.
They might be 4 in the East.
Yeah,
no cap. Because Mike. No, hear me out. Trae Young has been proven to get to the Eastern Conference Finals with less.
Yeah.
You're no.
Okay, just make a show.
Why everybody saying Curry? What's going on?
I just want to know because he got the little shit.
No. What I'm saying is he's done more with less, and on top of that, he did that shit in the Garden. Like this ain't no. I'm him. On top of that, you give him guys that can kind of do things off the ball and score and defend and run it. Like you giving Trae Young some pieces, man. It might get nice over there in Atlanta.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be sneaky good.
Who can we possibly get out of this 17? That's what I'm trying to.
Probably Cam Whitmore.
They're talking about Cam Whitmore.
What we got, bro. Add a couple more pieces. I like what we got, bro.
I talked to P about this. I was mad that I didn't know that Sims was a free agent. The tall Duncan dude that jumped out the gym, he played for the Jericho. There's no way Lakers didn't go get him. That lob. Yo, the dude, bro.
Yeah, he would have been.
We got Ayton.
He struggled to do that.
To hit his head on the rim.
I'm not talking about a starter, Mike. I'm talking about off the bench, bro. A bench player. Like he come in, give you 12, 14 minutes a game, lob threats, block shots, energy. Like and he's young. What he like 24? 26, 25? Like we don't need no more. We don't need no more.
The same thing as Jackson Hayes.
Right.
But I think he's a little bit more disciplined than Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes just be out there. He just be out there. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not a Jackson Hayes fan.
I'm saying that Sims couldn't get on the floor for the Knicks.
I mean, nobody could. Did you watch the coach?
I'm just saying. I don't feel like
he played 5 people, bro.
He played 5 people in the mascot, man.
But okay, Wayne, what I'm asking you is to have LeBron James and Luka on your team, what else do you need me to do? I'm not gonna touch the ball unless it's 2.5 seconds. So I might be catching a lob or shooting a 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Go get Nick Richards.
Things, man.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying Sims you get him for cheaper. You get him for cheaper. I think get him for cheaper.
Who on the Kings?
What's buddy name we got from the Kings, man? I think he's gonna pound this ball like Austin Reeves.
Jake Lavita,
something like that.
Lavia.
Lavia.
Okay.
We had a game for Memphis where he put up 33.
I'm saying, okay, Sean, when he did that, how often did he have that ball while he was doing it?
I'm just saying, it was 8 threes, bro.
He's a pretty good shooter.
He can shoot.
He's a pretty good
shooter.
Shoot.
Okay.
He's 6'8" too.
Yeah, and he's 6'8".
He's solid, bro.
Okay.
So
I think that's a future move rather than now, though. I mean, to have him with Luka,
he's gonna be a 3-and-D. He's gonna be like kind of like a 3-and-D. They're gonna try to use him as a 3-and-D. He definitely can shoot. He got when he plays the most games.
He's really Mike. He's really good on ball.
Like over 40% from 3.
You know
as the second defender, not the first, but he's really good on ball. He's really good on ball.
Denver
and off ball.
You know how Denver did Brown for Brown? I think that's kind of what they just did with the kid who went to Houston. That's going to Houston. I think that's what they're doing with this.
Can't win more. It's part of
they play the same game.
I like Detroit adding Duncan Robinson. That's an underrated.
That's a nice pickup.
That's because dudes out here gambling. That's wild.
Right.
Buddy was that the same contract? Was that the same contract?
Yeah.
Close to it, yeah.
You just watched go 40 million 3 years, go to the next
They said Beasley was $8 million in debt, and he had to like foreclose on one of his NBA checks for the past few months. The Detroit was keeping it under the rug, so that just came out too. So that's disgusting. All right, man. Moving on to the last.
Orlando,
go ahead.
I just want to throw that in there. I like that Bane to Orlando. That's a nice move.
That was one of the first things we talked about a few weeks ago. Like I'm really sold on Orlando as far as being a good team in the East. Like because as Paolo getting there, he's becoming. And then you got Wagner. Like they got length, man. They got length. So
didn't they just get Pope or Kentavious?
No, hell no. Kentavious is in Memphis.
He in Memphis. Yeah, they traded him.
That was the
He
trade.
got that band on his leg.
He said about your boys.
Halliburton band.
Halliburton.
Oh shit.
Hold on, man. We get into the last segment of the day. This is my favorite segment, man. Rank these scenarios. All right, we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna kick it off first. We're gonna kick it off here first, man. Bench, start, cut. We're gonna go Ronzel first. Ronzel, bench, start, cut, man.
I hate this.
Bench, start, cut.
I hate this.
It's an ugly one, Mike.
I'm starting Dort.
Oh, prove it.
I'm starting Dort. He was a dog in that playoffs. They put him on everybody that need to be locked down, and he hit some timely threes. Who was that? Josh Hart in Washington.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Josh Hart because I always liked him.
PJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut. PJ didn't impress me until I didn't watch him in Charlotte, and I didn't know he could. I didn't know he could shoot like that. I didn't know he could stretch like that coming out of college. But I like Josh Hart. I think Josh Hart is kind of like a Black Caruso, kind of like
know his role.
They do everything exactly. Know his role. Okay. Gonna play tough. So I'm gonna cut PJ.
Shondas, who you starting and who you benching?
I think I'm gonna ride in the same car with Zell on this one.
Okay. Okay. Smooth season.
Yeah. I've always liked Dort. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm gonna ride in the. I'm in the whip with you, Zell, on that one.
Okay. So Bryant, who you got?
I would start Dort, and then I would probably cut Josh Hart just because PJ 6'9", 6'8". That's the only reason I was
give you a different look. Give you a different look.
Give you a different look. I'll take the side.
Not mad at that. Who's under him? P, who you got?
Oh, this is the easy one. This is the easy one for me. Like I'm the same with Shondas and Ronzel. I'm starting Lou Dort. I'm benching Josh Hart, and I'm cutting PJ Washington.
Okay. Who's under? Who on the P? Miko, who you got?
I'm looking at the stats, man. I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
Yeah, he went to the stat sheet.
Do we think if we substitute Hart and Lou Dort, they still successful in OKC?
Hell no, Josh Hart can't shoot.
No, hell no. Yeah. You got to remember, Game 2 was won by Lou Dort shooting. Or Game 4.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Yes, he made shots, but bro, I'll go Lou. I guess I'll go Lou.
Yeah, I think Lou shot 40 from the 3 this year.
I'm not sold on Lou. It's like a bomb. It's like a bomb. When it go up, you don't know what's gonna happen until it happens. Y'all not finna sit up and say, Lou's open, get out there. Like, come on, y'all, what we doing? But
he shot 40.
But he shot
it. Yeah, he shot it at a high percentage.
I'm a rock.
That boy shot skyrockets. That boy shot skyrockets.
Yeah, he straight up.
Y'all know how y'all got that one kid. Y'all be like, bro, he gonna be good, but he janky in a month. That's how I feel about Luke. Like, I'm gonna go with him, but I'm gonna go him then Josh. I gotta get rid of PJ. I ain't gonna lie. But it depends on what the team need though. It's tough.
Yeah.
Wayne, who you got?
Josh Hart is immediately cut because he can't dribble the basketball. It's too easy to take him out the game. The rebounding is nice, but I don't need a 6'3" power forward, so he's immediately cut. Lou Dort starting because he could shoot and he tough. Even though he be hacking, he got away with it to an NBA championship, so he's starting PJ on the bench for sure.
Okay. And my last scenario of the day. Which one would you rather seen happen? Mike never retired the first time. Kobe and Shaq never split up. We get that final matchup between Bron and Kobe, or D Rose never get hurt. Start with you. I'm talking from the bottom. Wayne, who you got?
Definitely LeBron and Kobe. I needed that for legacy reasons. I needed that just to close the book on that Kobe and LeBron argument.
What if my boy would have got your boy?
Wait, they had the puppet commercials running for 2 years trying to shape up that NBA Finals, and y'all boy didn't meet us there. So
yeah, you right.
Man,
you right.
I definitely want to see that Kobe LeBron Finals. That would have shut
right.
the book on that debate forever. Like, man.
1,000. I don't think we shut the debate though. It just would have been, part of this history. Mike, which one you want to see, man?
I ain't gonna lie, I can't disagree with that, man. I wanted to see it. I ain't gonna hold with you.
That's facts.
I'm gonna keep it real. It'll be that or the Derrick Rose. I really don't care for the other two, man. They chose to do what they did. The other ones didn't happen. The other two niggas did. But you were kind of.
That's a good perspective. That's a good perspective. P, which one you want to see?
Yeah, I'm going with Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose never get injured because all like you say, all the other three was kind of like more choices, or it wasn't. Derrick Rose was completely out of his control, and he didn't get to reach his full potential because of that. Like everybody else still had great careers, they still had great legacies. I feel like Derrick Rose was the one that was like devastating. Like we would be talking about Derrick Rose as one of the best point guards ever to play the game had he never got hurt.
Hold your question, Mike. Just don't forget it. We're gonna come back. Brian, which one would you rather see?
I'd rather see D Rose. I think we know why Mike retired. Kobe and Shaq. That was better for Kobe's legacy. And then that finals run right there with Kobe and Bron. It would have been nice to see, but I could live my life without seeing that matchup. We seen him play in the regular season. We know Bron wasn't going to step up at the time. Bron wouldn't step up to the plate and guard Kobe at that time. We know that. I already know. So
that's mustache Bron, boy. That's mustache Bron. You tweaking. That's mustache Bron with the stripes. You tweaking.
Mike, don't forget your question, Mike. Shaunis. I think that's a Hugh in there. Shaunis, who you got?
You muted. You muted.
Let's bring him in closer here. You muted. There you go. There you go. What would you rather see, Sean?
Y'all see my heel, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know what color that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's purple.
You better fucking believe it. The only problem with this would be I would have to fight niggas over Shaq or Kobe's team when they ran off a hot. Because I think if they would have stayed together, they would have got about 6 or maybe 7. Right?
They got 6 for sure.
They would have got 6 for sure. I would have been having to fight the Kobe Mike debate. I would have been having to fight with Shaq the dominant. I would have had to fight that too much. But yeah, I love D Rose, man. Shout out to the Shaq. Mike, yeah, that's the homie. Kobe, that's the god. But yeah, I would have loved to see them two keep it together, man. Especially if Shaq said fuck it and got the Mamba mentality for the rest of the shit. That would have been disgusting.
All right, Zell, what would you rather see?
Hey, I'm with Wayne on this. that Bron and Kobe, that Bron and Kobe had to happen.
Yeah,
that had to happen. The way Kobe was on that fool heels in them all-star games, like he want this, and it never happened.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that one, even though I would have liked.
I think I'm gonna get my take. I'm gonna get my take real quick, so Mike asks a question about the D-roll because I got to follow up on that one too, Mike. But obviously, I wanted to see the Kobe Bryant thing. I don't care what y'all saying. I think Bryant would have took it, but I mean, Bryant team was better, so I mean, it is what it is. So, go ahead.
Got 16 wins. Kobe
Win.
got 16%.
His team was better.
When was team better? What team?
That Cavaliers team
was better than the 08 or 09 or 10 Lakers?
Yeah, LeBron could have beat them. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Y'all looking at it from that perspective. I'm looking at it from a perspective of superstar talent, right? LeBron couldn't beat Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and KG. I could beat Kobe, Paul, and Lamar. I could get a job.
Kobe beat
They had nobody
Ray Allen,
guard
Paul
Paul
Pierce,
Gasol.
and KG.
Nobody.
Well, that's because of the, but now we gotta look at it from a different lens, though, right? He had Paul with him. LeBron didn't have another guy with him. What I'm saying is matchups matter. I think Bron could have beat that Lakers team. I don't think Bron could have beat that Celtics team. If it makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense to y'all, but what I'm saying is matchups matter to me. Matchups matter to me.
Who was on that Bron team?
The Ogalskis. That's the Ogalskis.
Yeah, we had Ogalskis. We had JJ Hickson. We had
Mo Williams. We had Antoine Jameson. One of those.
Jameson.
Oh, y'all got y'all ass tapped.
What year you talking about?
Give me Derek Fisher.
Bruh. I'm telling y'all.
Give me Derek Fisher.
Yeah,
this is 08.
What year, Pete?
It's the year.
08, 09, or 10.
It's the year the Lakers played Orlando, right?
Ain't that the year we won 60 games?
Yeah. 09.
The Cavaliers.
They lost to Orlando.
But I said matchups. I just said matchups. And you're gonna say the Lakers beat them. I get that. It's matchups, is what I'm saying. I don't think anybody listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying off of matchups. The Lakers was I think the Lakers was pounding on that Lakers team. I think the Cavs pounding the Lakers team. We was on y'all heels. Lamar Odom couldn't do nothing with LeBron James. Trevor Ariza had no answer.
Lamar Odom
listen what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Them other teams had bodies for LeBron James. They had bodies for LeBron. They did. Don't Wayne, don't do this to me, Wayne.
Ooh.
Bruh, first of all, the Magic.
Tito Turkoglu, Rashard
Dwight
Lewis.
Howard. Now, P not gonna like this because he talked about player on podcasters. Dwight Howard went on the podcast. I hope I find it so I can send it to him. He literally said, "Bro, in that playoffs, all we did was trap Bron. We let everybody else play. We trapped Bron. Every time he came to retrap." So what I'm saying is, bro, don't act like he literally played 1 verse 5.
And they tried that with Kobe.
But you
and
can't.
Derek Fisher hit. Derek Fisher hit shots. We had such other guys hit shots. So and Trevor Ariza hit shots. Because remember Trevor Ariza
stepped up.
Trevor Ariza stepped up heavy, and I was mad that they got rid of him, but then they replaced him with Artest. Artest hit shots. So the different, like the thing about it with that Bron team was that they didn't have, like, you had Bron, but then it's like, say if we take him away, they didn't have nobody else that was like proven. We had Fisher. We had, you know what I'm saying, Paul Gasol wasn't even proven.
And Bynum, I don't think did Bynum finish that season?
Bynum didn't even play. He didn't even play. He barely
played. He was hurt. No, he was hurt. He was hurt.
Lamar Odom.
I'll say this. Just I want to get back to my point because I don't want to go on the tangent. But my thing is, if you take LeBron out the East, the Raptors is in the finals, correct? With DeRozan.
Oh, maybe, possibly.
So I'm just saying matchups. I'm just saying because you can sit up and say, well, the Warriors beat the LeBron. I get that. I'm just saying matchups matters. I just think LeBron could be that team. But that's neither there or there. Mike, what was your question for Pete?
Pull that picture back up Pooh. That's my boy. I know him personally. We went to high school together.
Okay.
If that man never gets injured, can we all agree he was the best point guard at the time?
Yeah.
Who was the point guards in the league?
He was. Westbrook, Darren Williams, Chris Paul. You had
all the ones
Rondo.
All the ones that are great now.
Parker.
A little bit of John Wall.
John Wall. No,
I'm saying after him. Do they get this much shine if my boy is healthy? Because everybody's careers took off once Rose went down. Motherfucker just started going crazy. He had point guard shook, G.
My question to y'all though, because this is what I was gonna say, because I hear that. But do D Rose win in Chicago? I'm for real.
He lost against the fucking Heat.
But
yeah, they
So what I'm saying though, he lost to the Heat. Then on top of that, you got Bron back in Cleveland, and then you got the Warriors coming about. So what I'm saying is, do Derrick Rose even get an opportunity to win? Do he get to the finals? Probably. He get one of them joints. But do you win?
Can you see?
They gonna run into
the Spurs.
That team gonna lose just like the Knicks did in the same fashion.
No, because Derrick Rose couldn't shoot the damn basketball.
In the same fashion, AJ. They gonna lose just like the Knicks did.
Man. I agree. I just don't think because Derrick Rose is a loyal dude. He's not going nowhere.
Man, he ran Lou out, dang them. He ran them into the dirt.
Yeah. So that was me. Why I say even if I don't really care for Derrick Rose to be hurt.
My retort to that is just to say, yeah, he might not have won in Chicago. But what if they say, hey, we ain't gonna win it here? We trade Derrick Rose. My thing is just that like his career never got right to even get to that point where it's like I reached my prime. You know what I'm saying? To even say like, man, because who's to say shit? He wouldn't have got better. He won the MVP. He was what, 21, 22 years old.
He one of the only ones that take the game serious.
So it was like that. So that part of it, Wayne. Like even because you look at it after injury, he had a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? So what he was like saying, hey, he could have developed into that still at his athletic prime to have that jump shot and to have what did it say? The Bulls got a better star over there. This is why. So this is another reason why, people think I don't really like Carmelo Anthony because Carmelo Anthony, your ass is supposed to be over there playing with him. Your ass is supposed to be over there with him, and you chose the money and let your wife influence you to go to New York and be a loser because you were supposed to go over there with him and Pau Gasol. And they would have won with that team. They would have won over there. But he chose to go to New York where I really didn't want to share the spotlight. You didn't want to share the spotlight with Jeremy Lin. You hated on him when he got popular.
Hey, pick it off my boy Melo, man.
No, man. That still bothers me.
All right, last thoughts. Go ahead, Ronzel.
Hey, Mike and P, with the narrative on Derrick Rose have changed like it did on Westbrook when Steph started coming in and shooting all them threes.
No.
I think Derrick Rose had a better because Westbrook had a solid mid-range game.
But Derrick Rose didn't have what like as far as them crazy ass players that Westbrook had.
Yeah, he not doing that.
Like where you just do some or take a shot. What the fuck? What was you doing? He didn't have a whole lot of those like Westbrook did.
And I think Derrick Rose is more of a popular figure that nobody will make him change. He was Iverson to everybody. Like you don't got you could be you. Everybody else, though, y'all gotta conform to what's going on now.
Top five touch ever around the basket.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, man. But I think we're gonna end it there, man. That's a great place to end it, man. Hey, man, this has been a great panel. Appreciate everybody out there that was tuned in for us, man. It's been 2 hours. We've been on this jump for 2 hours, bro. Ain't even peep. It's the second time. We're not trying to do this, man. It's just a great conversation. Great upstanding gentlemen on here. Shout out to Ronzel, Shaunis, Bryant, Marcus, Mike, Wayne, Najee. He was here, but he had to get out of here, car situations, and Mojo also. So appreciate everybody, man. And as always, please stay elite.
Get everything I came for, everything I made for. On God, on God, on God. I'ma get everything I came for, everything I made for. On God, on God, on God.
Let's get it. We depended on our brothers when that rain came. To lose it all, I stood tall and remained sane.